And I want to bring in Colonel Cedric Leighton now. He was stationed on the American territory of Guam, a major American base, for more than a year. And Colonel Leighton, Guam is obviously perceived as, well, the closest American territory to North Korea and thus the most vulnerable, 2,100 miles away from the rogue country. We have 5,000 American troops stationed there now. How real is the threat from North Korea to this American territory?
Well, Erin, it's very real, and the reason it's real is because it only takes the North Koreans one shot to get lucky. And if they get lucky from their point of view, it would be a direct hit on Guam and on territories like it. Guam has a lot of things from a military perspective that are very important. First of all, it's a good strategic jumping off point for American forces, both for military operations as well as humanitarian operations. We've got 3 submarines that are based usually concurrently on Guam, and of course there's a huge Air Force presence there as well.
So what could they launch? What is North Korea capable of launching right now that could strike Guam or perhaps even further, although my understanding is they're not quite able to hit Hawaii as of yet?
That's right. Basically, we're talking the Taepodong family of missiles. The Taepodong missiles are basically designed to be intermediate-range missiles, which gives them a range of anywhere from 2,000 to 4,000 miles. They would then be able to hit Guam, which falls within that range, fairly easily. The one weakness that the North Koreans would have would be their targeting capability and their ability to actually hit with pinpoint accuracy. But it wouldn't take much for them to get fairly close to Guam, and if they're lucky, they could get that direct hit.
So Colonel, what happens from here? The bar has been lowered for Americans to be involved, to be fighting North Korea. North Korea has been provoking and doing more tests. So what happens next?
Well, if the North Koreans live up to their rhetoric and they go further and they actually put those forces that are on alert into a heightened, even a more heightened state of readiness and actually engage in combat operations, then all bets are off. And what could happen next is the island that Matthew Chance was on could very well be in the direct path of their initial salvo into South Korea. If they want to attack the United States, then Guam becomes a predominant target for them. Another possible target would be the island of Okinawa, which has a huge American force presence there, and that would be a very dangerous situation. So if we're not careful, these would be the types of escalations that could occur, that could involve U.S. forces right from the get-go, and that agreement would become part of how we respond to the North Korean threat.
All right. Well, Colonel Leighton, thank you very much. Raises real questions. If there were to be any sort of an attack on one of those bases, you could see an incredible loss of American life, and it would be hard to imagine this country only doing a small response to that.